Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the CineFiles Extended Cut, the show where we break down the biggest stories of the week as seen on the original CineFiles, as well as some stories that didn't quite make the cut. So if you like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more. I am your host, Matt. We have Justin, Phoebe, and Liam here for another edition. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Wonderful.
Pretty riled up.
Excellent. We're pretty excited because we have a pizza lunch later.
Oh,
Yes.
I can't
wait.
So much pizza.
I live
Oh,
for
yeah.
pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Die for pizza.
we have pizza. I would as well.
I would die for you.
We have pizza lunch to look forward to, and we also have What You Watching to look forward to, where we talk about the movies we've all been watching. So, Justin, how about you kick things off? You watched a movie, didn't you?
I watched Sicario.
There was an awkward pause there.
I thought, I thought there was more to come from that sentence. Yeah, I watched Sicario in anticipation for Day of the Soldado.
Oh, yes.
Funny name.
Rewatched Sicario. I think it might be my favorite Denis Villeneuve movie.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I loved it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
better than, you're not necessarily saying it's the best, your favorite.
It's my favorite. Yeah, I don't know if it's
Because, like,
best.
Arrival.
Oh my
Prisoners,
God.
Enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there with like Arrival and this are my two favorites, and I like all of his movies. Like I think Enemy is brilliant.
I don't think he's
Blade
done
Runner
one
is
bad
brilliant.
movie.
Yeah, but in terms of movies that I could like rewatch endlessly, I think Sicario is number one on that list, just because it's like action packed,
Yeah.
but also has that same kind of like slow style to it.
Yeah.
Like those shots of just the desert. I can watch those all day.
It's also very dark and very heavy, too.
It is, but it also has like a very human element to
Oh,
it.
yeah, 100%.
Like, it's not just from the trailers of Day of the Soldado, it really looks like they took the last 20 minutes of Sicario and were like, what if that was the whole movie? So I'm eager to see how that plays out.
Could also just be the last 20 minutes in the trailer.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I mean, I heard through the grapevine that the movie is pretty good. So I think that you have
I'm
a lot
excited.
to look forward to. I think the marketing was sort of weird for the second movie. Like you said, it marketed it as like a high impact action film.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's necessarily the
Yeah,
case.
the poster had a big skeleton on it.
Yeah.
And I was
I
just
thought
like,
that was-
which character is
Yeah.
this?
Is there a skeleton in this
I
one?
don't remember the skeleton in the first Sicario.
The Grim Reapers in this?
Sicario is a movie that has been on my watch list since it came out and will continue to be on my watch
Oh,
list
you gotta
probably
watch it.
for a while because I typically do not like movies about drug cartels.
That's
Yeah,
so
those are
specific.
good movies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them though. Traffic, other ones that I
Better
can't
than
think
Traffic,
of right now.
I'm going to say that.
It's
Traffic
better
is
than
great.
I'd
though.
say that to simply think of it as a movie about drug cartels, kind of, it's only one element
fair.
of
But
it.
I love Denis
it's
Villeneuve, so
it's
I
a
mean,
brilliant
It
movie.
also
check it out
goes
at
into
some point.
like the underworkings of like the police force and stuff and how corrupt it is. It's pretty.
But it's all from very human perspectives.
Yep.
It's not like a big like we're gonna solve all of drug carteldom like in this movie. It's very much like
I was kind of hoping it'd be that.
Yeah, at the end you're like, well, then, wow, like we did it. It's over. We fixed the problem.
The one thing I was bummed about I haven't seen it, but I was bummed that Emily Blunt wasn't in it.
I didn't know
Yes.
that Josh Brolin wasn't in the first one. For some reason, I thought I remember
He is.
in the first one.
Yeah, he's a huge part.
got
of
That's
something
it.
to say
They
about that
went
afterwards
with
then.
Benicio.
Okay.
They went with him, but they didn't bring back Emily because like they felt her story was done. They wanted to pursue other avenues.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of strange because she was arguably the best part of that movie, in my opinion.
Well, she was
But-
what I keep referring to as the human element. She
Yeah.
like made it more than just that like
Yeah.
revenge story / like big shootout movie that it ended up being in the last 20 minutes. Yeah, she's
so
great.
good.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think I'm definitely going to go see it. I was supposed to see it the other day, but wasn't feeling too well, so I had to skip out on a little screening pass I had.
Damn.
But I hope it's at least almost as good as the first one. Then that's a victory.
Yeah, I'm going in with high hopes.
Yeah. Phoebe, what have you been watching?
The Cornetto trilogy.
No, what have you been watching? Not ice cream. What are you talking
What have you
about?
been
I'm talking about
binging?
Jeez.
three amazing movies.
Binging food? No, binging movies here.
I've also been binging ice cream, but that has no place here. No, I watched the Cornetto trilogy, Shaun of the Dead,
Nice.
Hot Fuzz, and the last one is it At World's End or
It's
The World's End?
At World's End is the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I question
That is
whether you
a
watched it
terrible
or not.
movie.
Then.
No,
Yeah.
What's your
I
favorite?
just always forget. I think Hot Fuzz is my
Oh, see?
favorite.
Yeah, same.
I'm
Yeah,
a Shaun
it's-
of the Dead.
I like Shaun of the Dead too. There's like that scene in it that like I love so much when they're stuck in the bar and Queen starts playing and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, "Who put that on. And,
Kill the queen.
Yeah, it's just so good. Like,
Yeah.
it's just such a good
There's
movie.
also a scene in The World's End where Queen plays, where it's oh man, what's that song? I'm burning through the sky.
That's
Don't Stop
that's
Me
Don't
Now.
Stop Me
Don't
Now.
Stop Me Now.
That's in Shaun of the Dead.
Well, they do it in the World's End where they beat up those alien robot people
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Maybe they
And it's
do.
time to the music, a little foreshadowing for
Yeah.
Baby Driver.
Yeah,
in
true.
the future.
Hot take, but I think The World's End might be my favorite of the three.
Man.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is a hot
That is a
take.
hot
It,
take. And it's the wrong take.
feels
Yep.
like it hits the drama notes just so perfectly.
No, I
It's a
don't agree.
great-
I don't
really?
think
I
I don't think
it's
that
the
you've
funniest of
watched the
three.
other ones
I've
like
seen
in
Shaun of the
contrast
Dead
with it, like right
countless
after.
times.
Yeah, but they're just so much better. I find like they just like that one is it's a good ending to the trilogy, but it's the other ones are very much more like funny and light. Do you know what I mean? Like I think they're better.
I like a bit of drama in my.
Well,
You
you're
like
comedy.
the strained
You're wrong,
relationships
yeah.
between his high school homies?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good. I just don't think it's
All of
probably
those-
the third best of the
All
three.
those movies are comedic.
In my
brilliance.
opinion.
Nick
Oh,
Nick
amazing.
Frost and Simon Pegg are so lovely together.
Yeah.
They're like they're just
So
so
lovely.
great.
Yeah.
Kind of bummed they're not in more stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's actually really interesting is that Baby Driver, which is also another really amazing Edgar Wright film, is actually based on a music video that he directed many years ago. I can't remember the name of the band.
Dropping
but,
some knowledge.
Nick Frost is actually in the music video, and so is Noel Fielding, who is another British artist. And it's basically, they're doing a heist, and he's in the car listening to music and, doing all the same sort of movements that Ansel Elgort does in Baby Driver. So that's like really good.
They
cool.
show that music video in the movie too.
Oh, yeah.
When he's flipping through the
little
channels,
Easter egg.
Yeah,
Nice.
he loves his Easter eggs.
Nice.
Yeah, I love Edgar Wright. I think he's one of my favorite filmmakers.
So good.
He's
Scott
fun.
Pilgrim also great.
Yep.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
Yep. So, Liam, I know you've been quite busy this week when it comes to movies. You've been at the theater. You've basically been living there, haven't you?
I've basically been living there. I think I've seen 3 movies in the last 4 days or something.
By yourself?
One was by myself. One was with this guy, which I'm
Yes.
sure he's going to talk about.
Yeah, it was kind of a last-minute decision.
But
We're
the
just
one I'm going to talk about is Ant-Man and the Wasp because it comes out next week and it's the most recent. It is great. It's everything I want out of a summer blockbuster. It's everything I want out of a Marvel movie. I can't recommend it enough. I think
this is high praise.
Might be
from
my
you.
favorite.
Someone who doesn't like superheroes.
I know.
Yeah.
I think it may be my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movie.
Whoa.
I just think Paul Rudd is so charismatic and so fun to watch, and even Evangeline Lilly is great. Michael
Amazing.
Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer. It's just it's such a fun and low stakes movie that is not so over the top action and so over the top everything.
Yeah.
After Infinity War, I kind of wanted something like this. And
I just want to say that Liam is also a huge Evangeline Lilly fan because of a little show.
called Lost.
You might have heard of it, Lost.
Small little program.
So he might be a little biased, but it does
because
look
of
like a super fun
small
movie.
franchise called The Hobbit. No.
So that's interesting.
I
Usually,
also-
you're a big detractor of these Marvel
No,
superhero films.
I think it was everything I wanted. It was it really kind of surprised me with how much I loved it.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I'm
I
interested
also-
with this ghost character.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
Not really reinventing the wheel. I mean, I go more into depth in the review, which is on Mojo Talks channel.
Yeah,
But yeah, I loved it.
nice.
I also saw that the new Mr. Rogers documentary, and
Oh,
I
the
cried like a
tearjerker,
baby.
eh? Oh,
Won't You
boy.
Be My Neighbor? So good.
Yeah, that looks sad.
Good guy.
It made me fall in love with Mr. Rogers all over again.
I was gonna say you weren't in
Yeah.
love with him before. There's something wrong with
I
you.
have a mug. I have a mug with Mr. Rogers on it.
I know.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So we went to yesterday. We actually went to see First Reformed, starring
Yes.
Ethan Hawke, and
It is.
riff with me here, Liam. It was
Dark.
it was dark.
It
It was
is.
disturbing at times.
Is it like horror-ish?
It's it's very surrealist.
Yes.
Yeah. Creepy, but not in a horror way.
That's it.
Okay.
I was kind of expecting, I think, more of like a psychological thriller horror style movie, but it's not really like that. It's more of just a very dark and intense drama with surrealism thrown into it.
Yeah.
There were some scenes, like you mentioned yesterday, that were very David Lynchian.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
Yeah,
David
so
Lynch.
it's-
Something I mentioned yesterday too was there's a point in the movie where it just clicks and turns into a completely different
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
And from that point on, it's just you kind of just are waiting for it to end because it's
Yeah.
this is so cursed image, it's so dark.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's basically about this priest who's in really bad health. He has an alcohol problem. And then this huge event happens with one of his church followers. And it just kind of he just starts questioning like his kind of purpose in life and like religion itself and stuff like that. So it's dark stuff, but it's very good. Yeah.
It's a political statement for sure. I
Oh,
would
for
say.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Without giving too much.
Paul Schrader is fantastic. He
Yeah.
wrote Taxi Driver, and it's very much in that vein.
Yeah. It's very good.
And as a director, he's made some very hit or miss movies. There's
Yeah.
been some great ones. There's been
He
The
went from making
Canyons.
like a Nick Cage straight to DVD movie to this, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Which like critics are calling the best movie of the year.
It's
insane.
definitely. I don't think many people. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. It's a kind of
Yeah,
like a
for
slow movie. Lots of talking, but I enjoyed it. The cinephiles out there will probably enjoy it as well. So it gets a thumbs up from me for sure.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you very much for sharing that. We're gonna get into the 3 biggest stories of the week next. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Heck
Born
yes.
ready.
Heck yes. Let's do it.
Hey guys, Rebecca and Dan here. Guess what?
What?
We have a long overdue update to our Watch Mojo merch. That's right. All new t-shirts with all new designs that show off everything you love about Watch Mojo.
What does that mean? Well, you guys have very passionate opinions about pretty much every topic we cover, so why not wear that on a t-shirt?
Are you a movie buff? Can you rattle off your top 10 favorite movies with pride? Then you should definitely own a t-shirt that shows that off.
Or maybe you're a video game fan. You can wear your love of PC gaming on a t-shirt.
Superhero superfan? Ask me about my top 10 favorite comics is for you.
We've recently partnered with Amazon to create a brand new merch page where you can select your favorite t-shirt with a click of a few buttons. Head over to the link in the descriptions below and you can check out our first few designs. They're pretty sweet.
And the best part about this is the possibilities are endless. In true Watch Mojo fashion, we're actually asking you guys to vote on what designs you want to see next.
You'll also find a second link to a voting page where you can vote on your own t-shirt designs and upvote the ones you already like.
I cannot wait to wear this t-shirt out to annoy/impress my friends with my superior ranking of 80s movies.
Anyway, let us know in the comments if there's other merch you'd like to see us make, and see you next time.
We are back, and we're going to dive into the first of 3 stories that were in the CineFiles this week. You guys probably won't like this. I know we're all a little fatigued with Mr. Jared Leto, but he's in the news again.
Fatigued with more than Jared Leto.
Oh boy. Well, he's going from the Joker, and he's going to play another villain, but not in the DC universe, in the Marvel one. He's going to be playing
lovely.
Mr. Morbius. Well, Morbius the living vampire.
My boy.
And it's
Do
going
you
to
like
be
this character?
I love
Do you?
this character.
Are you happy that Jared Leto is going to ruin it?
Not at
Well, see, that's my question for you. That's my question for you, but let's just set this up a little bit first. So, yes, the character is Morbius the living vampire. He was born with a rare blood disease, which unfortunately led to his messed up face, correct, Justin?
Experiments as well.
Yeah, experiments as well. He tried curing his blood disease with an experiment, but then it ultimately ended up turning him into the vampire we all know and love today. So that's the story for him.
Is this a joke?
Seems like
No.
a bit of a weird character. Cool. Definitely cool.
What are you trying
Justin's
to say?
about to get
weird. Why-
offended.
like,
I'll
what-
let you defend
Yeah, no,
Mr.
tell me
Morbius
tell me more about it. I want to
Give me the origins. Give me the
There's
comic
not
book
much to
origins.
know. It's just he's a vampire. That's pretty cool. on its
That's
own.
pretty cool.
Does this cross over with Blade
Yes.
at all?
Yes, indeed.
Give me that movie, Blade versus Morbius.
I would be very surprised if they did a Morbius movie and didn't include Blade at all. They're kind of like the Marvel universe, as we all have come to know, is divided in like little sectors. Like
Yeah.
there's the galactic stuff with the Guardians of the Galaxy, your Adam Warlocks, your Thanoses, your Silver Surfers. You got your New York. You got your New York stuff.
The New Yorkers.
The New Yorkers.
the best city in the world.
They're saving people here. I'm trademark. No one can take that. They're saving people here. It's Spider-Man. It's your Fantastic Four. It's your typical superheroes.
Yeah.
And then there's also the kind of underworld kind of supernatural stuff. You got your Ghost Rider. Your
I'm sorry, Gus.
Like Jessica Jones,
Yes.
like Jessica Jones, kind of.
Not really. It's more like based in dark mythology, dark like vampires, werewolves,
Gothic kind of.
gothic kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
okay,
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's very tied to this character Mephisto, who's like the devil of Marvel Comics.
I was reading about him early this morning.
So
Oh, there you go.
Congratulations.
I think I don't know what the idea is. I guess this is a Sony project. It's going to be
Yeah,
unrelated to
exactly.
the MCU.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a weird stretch to be like, let's just dive into this very obscure part of the Marvel universe. But I'll reserve judgment until I see more. I think Jared Leto has been very good in the past, right? Like we can agree his pre-Joker stuff.
I agree.
Like before
his indie stuff, before
Yeah.
he went
Dallas
blockbuster.
Buyers Club
Yeah.
is great.
he
Requiem
used
for
to
a Dream
be
is great.
considered a really talented actor.
He
I
won
think
an Oscar.
He's an
Yeah,
Oscar to prove
the
it.
Joker thing kind of ruined his reputation as far as genre movies are concerned.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is a step in the opposite direction.
I think
don't
it's
know.
interesting that they haven't explored this underworld that you've released.
Yeah,
kind
it
of
sounds really
fleshed
cool.
out
It's super
here.
dark. I mean, it makes sense for the MCU not to go there.
Yeah, I was gonna
but
say
I
because
don't-
Doctor
it's-
Strange is like kind of tangentially related
really?
to that. He
Seems pretty
kind of goes
cosmic,
in there
no?
sometimes. Not cosmic, no. He's more into like the supernatural stuff.
I guess, yeah.
He's like not
So-
super related, but he's
Right.
part of
Is-
that world.
Is
I guess you could
Morbius
say.
kind of like the Venom to Blade?
He's not really a hero.
As-
I guess you can make the argument that Venom's like an anti-hero. He is kind of like he's out for himself. He's not like a hero. He's more just like I gotta
Doing
keep
your own
myself
thing,
alive.
yeah.
I gotta,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I-
Blade is more of a traditional anti-hero where
Yeah.
he's like I gotta kill these vampires. Like vampires suck.
Vampire
I'm
Slayer.
gonna kill them.
Abraham Lincoln.
I'm kind of over the vampire thing.
That's a
in
very
general.
fair point. I don't
I don't
think
know why
what is-
vampires are like so lame.
what
to me
vampire
right
stuff
now.
has there been?
Recently, not
Recently.
much.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because the trend
Took a
died,
break,
right?
yeah.
The trend
Well, that's
died
it.
hard.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think there's been enough of the death of vampire.
Now it's time for
in pop culture for it to
resurgence.
kind of
The neo-vampire era.
There you go.
I'm
yeah.
interested
They don't
to
sparkle
see,
this time,
since
baby.
like you were just talking about how like Ant-Man is such like a bright film, you know what I mean? Like such
Yeah.
a bright and happy film. I'm interested to see something much darker
But
coming
it
from them.
probably won't be the MCU, right? It's probably
No.
gonna be like
Yeah,
some
no,
Venom.
but I
stuff.
think it would.
Which is-
It's interesting to see. I think that
Yeah.
would be definitely a different side.
That's actually a good point. Are they going to tie it in with the Venom stuff? Are they going to have their own?
Do they ever cross over in the
Marvel-
comics?
I can't think of an example, but it's entirely possible. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think so, but it would be interesting to see them kind of go. Like Venom, obviously, is going to be a very dark movie from the trailers alone. It looks like they're
Yeah.
going to take like a
Yeah.
very.
I mean, it looks
gritty
more than just
angle.
dark.
It looks like
looks
pitch
pretty
black.
Shit.
I'm still hoping it was just a really badly cut trailer.
Your boss is a bad man.
Very bad, man.
You suck. Still a great line.
So we covered kind of like what the story might be about, or like at least the tone.
Right.
So let's go back to Jared. Do we think this is like the right casting? It's kind of weird, especially how bad his Joker was received, and then to like put him in a competitor's superhero movie. Just I don't
Good
know
point.
if it doesn't seem like a very good move, does it?
I think there are worse people you could get for sure. But
Yeah, but I
mean,
think
Jared
that
Leto's on
people
kind
don't
of
care about Jared Leto anymore. Like I feel like
Yeah,
he's
for sure.
tainted his image. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
Yeah.
people are gonna be like, ugh, he did
Yeah.
such a bad job as the Joker. Like
Yeah.
why would he? We have no reason to believe that he would be any better in this role. You know what I mean? Like
Although I will say that he didn't have like the biggest role in Blade Runner 2049, but he was good in that.
Yeah, he was fine.
fine.
and then he
I
was
think-
in that
wasn't-
Netflix movie. What's it called? The Outsider, and
Yeah.
that was really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared, do a few indie dramas, and then maybe reconsider the.
Jared's
superhero
on
thing.
a 5 for them, 1
Yeah.
for me routine.
5 for them, none
He
for
needs to
me.
go back to 1 for them, 1 for me. Make some more
Right.
indies, I think, and get that reputation back up. Because I think now people are kind of just like we're talking about it. I don't think any one of us is excited. But 4 years ago, pre-Suicide Squad, if you had told me that Jared Leto was going to be in a Marvel movie, I'd be like, heck yes.
Yeah. I
There's
think most
also-
people were like that when Suicide Squad announced the cast
Totally.
too. They're like,
Yeah.
"Yo, he's
Same.
playing the Joker. Hey, remember when everyone said Heath Ledger would suck? So hold your roll before you say he's gonna
But then
suck. He
you
might be
see it.
amazing." But
It
unfortunately,
was almost
he
the
sucked.
opposite of Heath Ledger. A lot of the fans were like, "Oh yeah, he's perfect," and then it ended up being terrible.
Yeah.
Just bad.
But there's a camp of people that love him in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, we don't
I
talk
can't say
about
I
those
side with that, but
Yeah.
Good for them.
whatevs.
So I mean, they're probably happy. I think we're still on the fence. Maybe when they come out with a trailer, it might look a little different.
Or any
a
other
little bit-
details, like anybody else in the movie
Yeah,
who's
exactly.
directing. Does it
Yeah.
say who's directing or no?
I'm not sure. I don't think yet at this point. They just announced that it was going to be produced by Sony. He was cast. So I'm sure some information will come out in the future, in the near future, hopefully, and we'll keep a close eye on it. Yeah. So the next story was a new trailer dropped. It's actually the second trailer, or the first full-length trailer to The Predator. We had gotten a little teaser one that started off with Jacob Tremblay with a little toy. I
hated that
I don't
so
know if it was
much.
a very good one.
Great
Yeah.
toy stuff.
Thanks, Ed. Thank you. But yeah, I think a lot of audiences didn't really like that trailer either. But this one, I thought was pretty great.
It
Yeah.
looks so
What did you
sick.
guys
I don't
think,
know
yeah.
why they didn't just release this trailer first, considering that other
Yeah.
one came out like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like this one must have been ready or at least being worked on.
Or maybe they're just like, wow, we really messed up
Yeah.
with the Jacob Tremblay
Yeah.
scene. We got to put something out real quick.
I'm
Yeah.
shook. I'm surprised you guys like this trailer.
Really?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
They're going a complete opposite direction from that first trailer. Like
Yeah.
when your trailer starts with Jacob Tremblay, you're setting a tone for the
You're
rest
like,
of that movie.
So this is PG-13.
Yeah,
And then
this is gonna be
one-
like childhood like E.T. meeting up with the Predator,
That's-
but then like
that's
this
it.
trailer is like so
Love affair.
oh my god brutal.
Pitch that movie. That sounds
What?
amazing.
E.T. with
E.T., but
Predator?
it's a predator.
Yeah.
But I want to hear what Justin thinks. You did not like it.
No, it's not that I didn't like it. I thought it was fine. I'm just
Yeah.
surprised. Like we've garnered a bit of a reputation for shitting on trailers, and this,
No, we've garnered a reputation for shitting on bad trailers.
yeah.
Like,
And considering how much we disliked the first one, I mean, I thought it was fine. I still don't think there's enough personality in it, considering it's a Shane Black movie. Like from the trailer alone, I don't get the sense that this is a Shane Black movie yet.
you make the nice guys, and I'll watch anything you do.
Oh,
after
same.
That.
Yeah.
Likewise, I'm going to go see it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it, but I just feel like they're in a precarious position, right? Because they can't just make a trailer that feels like a Shane Black movie, because then it's going to be like, well, I want Predator stuff.
Yeah.
Do the people know that
Yeah.
Shane Black was in the first Predator?
Yeah, that's a nice little, I'd say Easter egg, but it's probably.
I think if anybody's gonna make a Predator movie, it should be Shane Black.
Yeah. But I just feel they kind of like missed the mark so much on the first one because it was just like there was no violence really. It was kind
Yeah.
of bland, very
Yeah.
vanilla. So then this one, they're just like, okay, we have to put like all the goriest and like scariest kind of scenes in it.
I hope there's more to
pretty
it
sick.
than just now there's a
Bigger,
There's a
yeah.
big
I
one.
hope
They're doing the
Yeah.
Jurassic World thing where
Yeah.
it's like,
Although that was
bigger one.
interesting though, because it's like what the predators, they've spliced their DNA with other like extraterrestrial
Yeah.
DNA to create this super predator, which
Oh
is
my God,
kind of
it
interesting.
is Jurassic.
It is, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Dino DNA of a frog. Yeah, I mean it's interesting.
It reminded me, the first trailer of Predator reminded me a lot of Venom, where it was just like, what did I just watch? Like, it's just like the second it ended, I just
Yeah.
forgot about what I just watched.
Yeah.
I can't even remember it. I only remember the part with the kid playing with the toy. This one was fun. Like I was like, oh shit, and like seeing the predator
Yeah.
like
Getting
so
ripped
much more
apart
often.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that scene where you just see the guy like hanging from the tree. Like I
Yeah.
thought that was really
Did
really
they just
cool.
shoot him too? Like I wasn't exactly sure what happened. It was
so.
pretty frantic, but it looked like they were just shooting him and then he like lowered and I was like, damn.
We don't know.
It's pretty clear that I think this is. It seems like this is going to be rated R. I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely.
It seems
Well,
like
yeah,
a
the-
hard
the
R.
tra- trailer was
Yo Mama,
pretty, like-
that Yo Mama joke is
Yeah.
pretty R-rated.
That was
I can't remember
great.
what it is,
I
but-
love that. Yeah.
It was
so
pretty bad, but all that aside, there was a lot of like f-bombs and everything in
Yeah.
the trailer. So
Yeah.
I
Which
feel like it'll be.
I'm excited about. I'm excited
Yeah.
to hear
Me
those
too.
F-bombs being dropped.
Me
Love a
too.
good
I love a
F-bomb.
good f-bomb.
Yeah.
We drop a lot on our show, actually.
Yeah, they're hidden though.
Justin does.
We're starting to get a little bit
Easter
more
eggs.
wild here. Easter eggs. Easter egg F bombs. Yeah. So I think we have 3 thumbs up and then 1 big thumbs down from.
I don't know.
Justin.
Big,
It's not a big thumbs down.
No, I'm
It's
joking. I'm joking.
It's a
But he's like
Justin
on the
hates
fence.
it.
gladiator
movies.
style. Like I'm holding my thing sideways. My thumb
Keep
sideways.
holding it until the movie comes out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Why do you hate movies so much, Justin?
Man, I can't stand.
Why are
them.
you here?
Yeah.
So we'll keep the thumb out here,
I'm
and
like this.
once the third one comes out, if there is a third trailer, it probably will be. There usually is.
Oh, there's going to be 5 trailers.
5 trailers. After the 5th, we'll come back, guys, and we'll let you know if it's going to be a good
Can't
one.
wait for
let
that
you know.
5th trailer.
Yeah.
You'll be the first to know.
So the last story, the number 1 story, it's another Spider-Man one. This time it involves everyone's favorite superhero, or not superhero,
Spider-Man?
actor, Tom Holland.
Oh,
Frog in his
Tommy.
mouth.
Everyone
Tommy
loves Tommy.
Frog in his mouth, Holland.
Wait, what?
I was trying to explain
He
that to
always
someone
looks like he has
yesterday.
a frog in his mouth. He's always like,
Was this something you've coined?
no, it's like it was like a meme. Like
It's because he's always
Oh.
doing backflips, so you can never see his mouth.
no,
He
it's-
just
very good at
loves
flipping.
doing
Yeah.
flips
Dude's in shape.
and lifting his shirt up, which is what you told me he does.
Did I?
You said that yesterday. I said the backflip thing, and then you were like,
Interesting.
yeah, he also lifts his shirt up a lot.
So this is a normal conversation for you guys talking about
Yeah.
Tommy Holland?
I think
I
we
just love
talk
Tommy
about Tom Holland like 95% of the time.
Yeah.
he's cool. He's cool.
He's great.
He's
So-
foundational to Liam and I's relationship. Just
Okay.
talking.
That's
Tom
how we
Holland.
met.
Well, as long
through
as-
Tom Holland.
If you guys have that understanding, that's fine.
Yeah.
But the story here is he attended Seattle's Ace Comic Con, and a bunch of fans were hoping there'd be a big announcement for Spider-Man Homecoming sequel, and he claims there was none. So he went to Instagram. He made a little video of himself. He's like, "Sorry guys, I'm here at the Comic Con having a blast. It's so much fun, but I have no news for you. I'm really sorry." But he has an iPad, and he's like, "But I did get the script. Here it is. Again, sorry, no news for you, but hopefully it's gonna be good." And it has like the title of the sequel on the
man.
iPad. So it's like,
I think it
oh,
was planned.
You done mucked up, Tom. But yeah, it's probably just a big PR stunt. I
love this
But we
stuff.
found out that the title is Spider-Man Far From Home.
I like it.
I actually really like this
I
title.
like that title a
What
lot.
does that mean?
It's so not superhero. Like that title, even like Homecoming was like not
Yeah.
a superhero title,
Yeah.
which I love. It's not like Resurgence or like
Yeah.
Age of whatever.
So I'm gonna throw it to Justin
Age
here.
of whatever.
Age of whatever. You're the big
Age of
comic book
Frogmouth.
fan here. Is there anything from this title that leads you to kind of guess as to what the story will be about? It must have something to do post Infinity War, where something happens to him.
Something
correct?
does happen to him.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Infinity War spoilers yet?
I still haven't seen it, but I know everything that happened, so it's okay.
Yeah,
But
you know
it's
what?
been out for a while,
I-
and that movie's made like $2 billion.
I think the day that the VOD comes out, it's fine to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's I'm just inventing that right now. I think that should be the rule of thumb for spoilers.
I will
It's gonna be hard
say
because this is
this.
gonna be hard to talk about without spoiling things.
Hopefully it's not too. It's
All right,
not a spoiler,
Justin.
but basically, yeah. You know what? You just go for it. I'm afraid I'm going to spoil it.
There's not much to say. I mean, Kevin Feige came out and basically confirmed, yes, that is in fact the title of the movie, and that they are shooting in London some scenes. So people are assuming that maybe there's like a school trip or something that brings him to Europe, and that's what the Far From Home means. But he did also say that Homecoming had several different meanings. Like there was the fact that it was actual homecoming, like
Yeah.
the dance, but it was the fact that Spider-Man was coming home to the MCU.
Yeah.
And he said that basically, in keeping with that, Far From Home will have many meanings. So one of those meanings is that literally London is not close to Peter Parker's home, but there will
a fact,
probably be other ways of interpreting that, and
Infinity War
it remains to be seen. I mean, it will take place after Infinity War 2, whatever that movie will be called.
Oh, really?
After the second one.
Yeah.
That comes out next year, right?
Yeah.
Infinity War 2?
Well, it has to, right? I mean, given,
Oh, yeah,
given
good
what
point.
we know
Given
about
what-
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It
That
is
we know, like, that Spider-Man will... Whatever. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Yeah. Let's just say that Infinity War's ending is only as effective as your knowledge of Marvel's slate is. Like,
Yeah.
Interesting, okay.
knowing what I know going into that movie, it was like, oh, that's really cool. I wonder how they change this. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's like we follow every bit of news, so we know...
Right, exactly.
Kind of...
And it's reported that this will be the first movie after Avengers 4. So this will like inaugurate the new era of Marvel
Interesting.
movies.
Very interesting.
Okay.
So it'll probably set a tone, and that's really exciting to see Spider-Man take such an important role moving forward in the MCU.
Is there any talk on who the villain might be in that one? Or?
There was rumors of, well, not rumors, but casting of Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio.
I'm so excited about it.
I'm
True, yeah.
still convinced that that's a bit of a red herring. In the same way that
Interesting.
Paul Giamatti's Rhino was kind of
Oh,
teased
man.
in leading up to the Amazing
that's
Spider-Man
garbage.
2.
Weird.
And then you see what it actually is, and it's basically like cold open and then like a tag
it's
at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Because they introduce him at the
Yeah.
beginning, and then they're like, give him the suit in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like it might be a similar thing where you get to see Spider-Man like take down a villain just as a side story, and Mysterio is like a fun villain in that way. Unless
Mysterio's such a good villain, though. I want to see a whole movie with him.
He's not a very
You said that. Well, Mysterio's such a good villain, though.
but he's so good.
I love him.
It depends. It depends. I'm not gonna say that they couldn't make a great Spider-Man movie out of Mysterio, but in terms of like cinematic villains, I feel like you'd run out of steam pretty quickly.
There's so much you could do with him, though. He's such a
Yes,
trickster.
Totally.
He's a trickster, yeah.
And isn't he
He's
one
a
of the big
magician.
Spider-Man villains too?
He is, but he's always played that like in a 2-issue arc. You can do like, oh, Spider-Man gets tricked, and then he figures out how he's been tricked, and there goes
Oh, okay,
Mysterio.
yeah.
And I don't know how for a 2-hour movie they'd be able to pull that off.
That's fair.
But
just someone-
listen, I'm not Kevin Feige. Maybe they know something I don't. In fact,
You're not
I
Kevin
know for a
Feige.
fact they know something I don't. They know a lot of things I don't. So we'll wait for them to dole out that information,
Okay.
I suppose.
Well, here's a question for you: Who would be a better villain, Mysterio or Jared Leto's?
God.
Morbius, the
Give me
living
Mysterio
Batman?
every day.
Mysterio.
Famously, in the I was telling you guys about this week, but in the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s, Morbius was a villain, and he wasn't allowed to say blood because it was a kids show. So he was always going on about how he needed plasma. I need
I hope they do the same
plasma,
thing.
which
I
is
need
just
So gross.
Give me your
iconic
plasma.
stuff.
That's
iconic
weird.
stuff.
That's weird.
Whole areas.
Yeah.
Well, we just wrapped up the top 3 stories. We're gonna take a little break, maybe suck up some of our own plasma, perhaps. And
way to put it.
No,
that's
thank you.
you know what? That's a perfect way to end it. So let's end it there. But when we come back, like always, there are stories that didn't make the top 3 cuts. So we're gonna talk about those after the plasma break.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, Rebecca and Dan here. Guess what?
What?
We have a long overdue update to our Watch Mojo merch. That's right. All new t-shirts with all new designs that show off everything you love about Watch Mojo.
What does that mean? Well, you guys have very passionate opinions about pretty much every topic we cover, so why not wear that on a t-shirt?
Are you a movie buff? Can you rattle off your top 10 favorite movies with pride? Then you should definitely own a t-shirt that shows that off.
Or maybe you're a video game fan. You can wear your love of PC gaming on a t-shirt.
Superhero superfan? Ask me about my top 10 favorite comics is for you.
We've recently partnered with Amazon to create a brand new merch page where you can select your favorite t-shirt with a click of a few buttons. Head over to the link in the descriptions below and you can check out our first few designs. They're pretty sweet.
And the best part about this is the possibilities are endless. In true Watch Mojo fashion, we're actually asking you guys to vote on what designs you want to see next.
You'll also find a second link to a voting page where you can vote on your own t-shirt designs and upvote the ones you already like.
I cannot wait to wear this t-shirt out to annoy/impress my friends with my superior ranking of 80s movies.
Anyway, let us know in the comments if there's other merch you'd like to see us make, and see you next time.
Okay, we are back just in time for the cutting room floor. So these are the stories that didn't quite make the cut. Let's start with Leonardo DiCaprio. On Instagram, he posted a new picture with his buddy, why am I blanking on his name?
Brad Pitt.
Bradley Pitt. And it's the first look at Quentin Tarantino's movie, Once Upon a Time in America. And they're dressed in some pretty swanky garb. What do we think?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Why?
I like their clothes. I like the vibe. I like all of it.
Well
It's
said.
runway-
That's all I gotta
runway
say
red-
about
Well
that.
said.
It's just about what I expected for 60s Hollywood.
Yeah.
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 That's that's how I feel too.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. That's what
I
it
was
looks like.
I was a bit surprised because Leo doesn't usually post promotional stuff on his socials. It's usually just like save the whales or save the planet.
I thought he was
stuff.
too cool to have Instagram. I didn't even know he had Instagram.
If you go to his Instagram, it's literally just all activist kind of
Boring.
humanitarian
put
stuff.
Jesus Christ.
The caption should have just been like, save the whales.
Yeah.
Like him and Bradley Pitt.
Yeah.
Bradley Pitt, why are they calling him that now?
Because we call our star friends by their full
Yeah.
names. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Please call me Bradley.
Yeah.
Except for Johnny Depp, it's John Depp.
So I mean, the outfits themselves are kind of they're typical. But I mean, are we excited for the with the first look?
Sure.
Yeah.
I want more than just a picture.
Well, we're gonna get it eventually.
Yeah. It comes
Yeah.
up next year, end of next year, I assume.
Yeah. Still a ways away.
Still a ways away.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a huge movie, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
It seems like the casting is like insane.
And like if we go by Quentin Tarantino's like supposed I'm only making 10 movies thing, this will be his second to last
Yeah.
movie ever.
And then
Is
no
that
more Quentin.
counting Kill Bill as one movie?
He counts. I think he counts those as one movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Hateful Eight was his 8th movie, so
There you go.
This one should be
That one
something
was
9.
really bad.
He wanted to release Kill Bill as one movie, but then
I cut it in half.
Mr. Harvey Weinstein was like, no.
I wonder
Well,
if
we
his-
all know he
let's
has
not talk
bad
about that
judgment.
guy.
Harvey
there you go.
Scissorhands.
I guess
Yeah.
if that's the case, maybe his last movie will be the planned 3rd Kill Bill movie.
No, I don't think they need to make another Kill Bill movie.
Or that
He said
Star
it from the
Trek movie.
beginning. He
No.
wants to make one.
The story is done.
No,
What else is there to
well,
say?
do you not know what he said? The third.
It's
Kill-
gonna be her daughter.
Yes, it would be the daughter
like-
of the woman that she
who's-
kills
Oh
first.
yes,
Who
that
she
would
says,
be so sick.
she says in the
Interested in
first
that.
movie, like when you grow up, you can come find me and we can settle this.
But
basically.
also
To a
remember
kid,
there was that
which is like incredible.
There was that rated R Star Trek movie he always like
Yes,
also in
that
talks
too.
to direct. But would that count as like the 10
Probably
or he's
not.
like,
Who knows,
oh, it's
man?
not like my movie.
I'm
I think
sure.
he's
I'm
just
sure.
writing it.
Once he bumps up against 10 movies, and it's just like, oh, I still have a lot of ideas and a lot of creative energy.
Yeah.
I very much doubt that he'll be like, but I said I was only gonna make 10. I gotta stay true to that.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to go back to that Kill Bill thing
yeah.
because so it's gonna be what's her name's daughter, the girl at the beginning of the
Yes.
first one.
Yeah.
So then who's she trying to kill?
Not the bride's daughter?
The bride.
So it's gonna
The
be
bride would
kill
be-
Beatrice.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
right.
weird.
Gotcha.
I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Why is that
No,
weird?
not for
It's
me,
like-
please.
I'm excited if that ever comes to pass because I think that's a
First,
really cool
first
idea.
Kill Bill is probably my favorite Tarantino movie.
Interesting.
Please leave that franchise alone.
Inglourious Bastards would be mine, I would say.
Wow.
That's
What?
a good one. Pulp Fiction's
was
really
that-
Are we
good,
doing?
though.
Are we doing favorite
All right,
Tarantino movies?
that's enough.
Go, Justin.
I think
What's
that's
yours?
enough.
What's your favorite Tarantino?
I said Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, we said
Purple Fiction.
Mine was
That's a different
Inglorious
one.
Bastards.
It's tough.
That was hard to watch for me.
tough.
What
I'm gonna
just
dig
go.
a hard pass on me.
Hard pass.
I don't know that one.
So I think I'm gonna wrap this one up
Yeah.
here.
Yes, please.
I will say that it's kind of cool to see some news come out of this movie that's not like negative or controversial. It's just a picture. There's
Yeah.
not much that can be controversial about that.
Oh, I
pretty-
disagree.
I
Safe
didn't like the way
picture.
that he was looking at the camera, so
I felt very
I'm calling
violent.
the police.
Hey,
More whale
Leo
pictures.
can do no wrong, and that's how we're gonna wrap it up.
All right.
David Ayer, everyone's favorite director.
Oh yeah.
He did Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Yes.
A little
And
film
Fury
called
and
Suicide
End of Watch
Squad.
and wrote.
So,
Training Day.
anyways,
And what's the most recent one with Will Smith?
Oh, Bright.
oh, Bright.
Bright.
Yep. Yeah, David Ayer of Bright fame is teaming up with Shia LaBeouf, and they're reuniting for a new film.
This could be good. Because he
think
was
so?
one of the best parts of Fury.
Yes, I mean, I didn't.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't think Fury was that good, to be quite honest.
I
I was expecting it to be way better,
pretty good war movie.
but that was before I was kind of like familiar with David Ayer.
As long as Will Smith isn't in it.
Maybe he's
They
gonna
don't
get cast.
jive, eh?
Yeah.
Both those movies that they've
Yeah.
made together
Yeah.
have been
Garbage.
stinkers.
But what do you think of
Garbage.
this team up, David Ayer and Shia, like two?
Weird.
Well, they were in. They
Infamous
worked together
people.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, what do you think of the re-teaming up?
Oh, I
I'm
think
surprised
it's-
Shia
I think
is
it's good.
like just doing a movie like that. Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a David Ayer movie. Tend to be pretty straightforward. I don't know how he's gonna performance art his way through this one.
Yeah, especially he's kind of stuck to doing indies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
not
And
Indiana
weird-
Jones
weird
movies
performances.
as of recent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Phoebe,
I have no opinion.
zero opinion.
I don't care.
What?
Oh boy.
You're not gonna see this first day?
No.
We don't even know what it's about.
Either way, I don't want to see it.
You know
He's
what,
the
that-
boof. You don't care about the boof.
No.
Boof. I wanna
Even
see-
Stevens was
I want to
Even
see
Stevens. Yeah.
boof,
that movie. That movie that he's working on with Lucas Hedges
Yeah.
where he plays his dad.
is going to be incredible.
Okay.
Did you see the set photos of those of that?
No.
So good. He doesn't even look recognizable. Shia
Interesting.
LaBeouf.
Good.
Interesting.
It's crazy.
I wonder if he'll like do an honest interpretation of his dad or do like
Goofy.
yeah,
No,
if he's
it's not
just
gonna be
like
a comedy.
Shia, you're an asshole and I don't like you. Oh, I'm so stupid. Imagine
Probably.
he's just roasting his dad as his dad.
Just do
Oh
it.
boy. I mean, it's possible.
do
I
it.
don't think he liked his dad very much, right? So
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty brutal movie to watch.
yeah, it's gonna
for
be
sure.
heavy.
Anyways,
Yeah. So the next one, Phoebe, I know you're gonna have some words for this one. Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle 2 gets an official release date, and it's gonna come at the end of 2019.
Okay.
Is that too far?
us with
Too
it.
soon?
It's far enough. I really liked the Jumanji, not remake, like inspired by Jumanji, not sequel, not you know what I mean? Like
you mean you like the original?
don't.
no,
Jumanji?
no.
Like, where
The
you-
original is amazing. Obviously,
Yeah.
I liked the one with The Rock and Kevin Hart and everybody else.
More?
No. Oh my God! Why are you putting words in my mouth? I never said that.
Yeah, I know,
I liked
finishing
it.
your
I thought
sentences.
it was good. I thought it was
Yeah.
really fun. I didn't expect it to be fun, but it was really good. I was actually just watching like outtakes from that because we were compiling our top 10 Kevin Hart moments. And I
Okay.
was like in stitches. Like The Rock and
Damn.
Kevin Hart together are like they're just a match made in heaven. They're so
yeah,
funny.
They're pretty good together, right?
That's what I just said.
I was gonna say
They're
I
really
feel
good
like,
together.
because I find Kevin Hart is like way too over the top and like sometimes not funny because his bit is just screaming.
Yeah.
But I feel like The Rock kind of like levels that out. You
Yeah.
know, kind of like smacks him around.
Yeah,
and-
they've done
they're
like
actually-
so
That
many
happens in the
funny
movie.
Yeah.
like press tours together where they're like, you know, they're just like impersonating each other or they're like insulting each other, and it's just they're so funny. It's such a winning pair.
Yeah.
and I think that like no matter what, this movie is gonna be funny. It's gonna get laughs because them together
Yeah.
is just like it's a good pair.
It's like
Come
such
to
a-
think of it, they're actually like really funny together. When you think
Stop.
Phoebe's gonna smack
I think
both
they
of you.
might be good together.
They should make
I don't
more
know.
movies together.
They
So
make
I
plenty
worked
of
on-
movies
yeah,
together.
Wait, guys. So
Exactly.
my question is, should they make more movies
Ah,
together?
yes. I was working on top 10. There's an Easter egg for you. They were working on, or I was working on top 10 funniest scenes in Jumanji 2, and it was funny. I was surprised. Jack Black is really funny in that movie. What?
Oh my God.
I still haven't seen it, but
I'm serious.
all I've heard is that
I
it's
was
very
surprised.
good. Phoebe is rides hard for that movie. I've heard many times her say that
But
she loves it.
okay, so question.
I'm excited to one day
how are they-
pop it on the Netflix and check it out.
How are they doing this? Because they're video game characters, are they not? So there's gonna be more different people going into a video game.
I don't know. That's
that's actually
to find out. I'm not sure.
That's
I know he's
super
trying to be
funny
a shit.
idea,
No,
though.
Leo's
I'm
trying to be a
actually
shit
asking.
disturber.
That's
but that's
no,
a
but
good
that's a good
question.
point. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
was
good
actually
point.
asking. I wasn't trying to be.
But look at the
I don't
the
know.
grin.
Because the whole shtick of that movie, right? I haven't seen it, but is that like other people are using them as avatars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
they go into a video game as opposed to going into the board game.
Yeah, but like
and
The Rock isn't The Rock. It's
Yeah.
like a
A skinny
teenage girl
dude.
or
Exactly.
whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how does this
It's a
work?
boy.
That would be really funny if the next movie was just different
dude.
characters using the same.
Yeah, but then you don't get that epic Rock Kevin Hart team up that is so
No,
great.
because
No,
the-
they would still be
There
the
should be
same
more of
guys.
those actually.
The
But
way
it would
Yeah.
be different characters embodying them as avatars.
Yeah.
That would keep
Interesting.
could be a really funny avenue for comedy.
Yeah, because the way that the first one, or sorry, the second one ends is that like it's over. You know what I mean? It's like they move on. And
credits
it's
roll.
not like they
Yeah.
open it up for a sequel. So I think that it would probably be something like that, where it's like new people and they just have to like open their range as actors and like act like somebody else, because Jack Black in that movie plays like a teenage girl who's
Right.
like the most self-absorbed person, and she's like, you know, into selfies and into herself, and it's like it's really funny. I would
Yeah.
like love to see him do something completely different with that
for sure.
character.
You
Yeah.
could play around with this so much.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if any of you guys have seen that movie that came out in the mid 2000s, Zathura. That's like a spin-off kind of. It's like
No.
Jumanji
Yeah.
in space. That movie's
Yeah,
really great.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like an offshoot of Jumanji. Though.
Yeah.
Weird.
But I don't. Was it related or was it just like a
I think
similar
it was
concept?
like maybe based on a book by the same author.
Oh, okay.
Not into it.
I remember
What?
that. Yeah, that's
Not
funny.
into it.
What's
Kristen
the next
Stewart's in
story?
it.
What's the next story? Well, there's one. It was the new Glass poster was released.
I saw it.
I saw it too.
saw it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I saw a lot
Thumbs
of.
down, Phoebe. Did you even see
I
it?
hated Split so much.
Of course you've seen it.
Damn.
Split was good.
I think
It was
Split
fine.
suffers from that. Like it's only good because his previous movies were not.
Yeah,
Shyamalan.
exactly. It was
Yeah.
like
I
a step
push back
above
on that
those.
a little bit.
What?
Let me push back on that.
me.
I don't think people think of it that way. Like, I don't think the wide positive reception when people were talking about it was like, oh, and it's so much better than The Last Airbender. Like, I don't think that was part of the discourse.
It's almost
around
like
that
those
movie.
are forgotten. Those movies.
Yeah, and I don't think people
That's
really
fair.
care about, like, we care about like a director's work and like
Yeah.
the trajectory of their career, but I don't think the wide audience is just like, what's Shyamalan gonna do next?
Yeah. I mean, I hope this one's going to be good. The poster was pretty cool. The colors, it was like almost like an oil spill kind of colors. What was it? There's like 3 chairs. The 3 characters are sitting
And
on
then like
them.
their shadows.
Yeah,
But they're
or
not
the
shadows because you can
reflections.
see their face.
It's like
yeah.
the reflection on the floor. The top half has like their torsos and their heads cut off.
Yeah.
But then
not literally cut
not
off.
literally, but like exactly.
framing of
poster
it. This
isn't
exactly.
Hereditary.
And then the reflection on the floor has like Samuel L. Jackson's character, Bruce Willis's, and why am I forgetting?
James
James
McAvoy.
McAvoy. Yeah.
Jamie Mack.
Yeah. So
off X.
it's an interesting first look. It's a really like the poster is beautiful. I think it's
Yeah.
really well done.
I think
but
the
I want more.
Is the
When's
trailer coming out July 20th? I think,
Oh, so kind
or
of
something like that. I saw the tweet. I didn't see the context of what it was posted in, but
Yeah.
he's like, in case you can't wait till July 20th, here's like the first poster or something like
Yeah.
that. So maybe the trailer's coming out the 20th. I
That'd
don't
be
know.
cool. I think this is probably the most buzz that's going to be around M. Night Shyamalan like in a long time. I know
Yeah.
that like The Visit was like got a lot of buzz because of like what had another twist ending. I think.
Well,
Yep.
I haven't seen
it had a lot of like after the fact people were like, oh, this is actually a pretty good movie. There hasn't
Yeah.
been like hype for
yeah.
one of
But
his
I think
movies
he's
in a
coming
long
back.
time.
I think like his next movie after this is probably going to be like he's going to be given a big budget again, and it'll
That'd be
probably
interesting to
like,
see. Yeah.
he should just start sequelizing all of his movies.
Yeah.
Last Airbender,
2?
The Happening 2,
The
We
Happening
were just
2.
talking about how people forgot about that.
Lady in the
Happening?
Water
So-
2.
Which one was
Oh,
the
Lady in
one?
Water, that's garb.
Oh, The Village.
That movie's
Did you-
pretty good.
I like The
that.
Village. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
People
Didn't
didn't like
make
the ending,
much
but,
sense though. But
like the
anyway.
ending.
but anyway.
It's a hard bargain to enter Hollywood as the twist guy.
yeah.
Because there's
Oh, 'cause then
I
everyone-
think
so
that
many
the
twists you
Sixth
can
Sense
do.
branded him as that, and he just
Yeah.
rolled with it.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
the
like
first
yeah,
two
fuck it,
movies.
like
It's like even Unbreakable, right?
Unbreakable did have
Yeah.
a twist.
It did. A big one.
It did. Oh boy, did it!
It was a big
And
one.
now we get the
Oh, yeah.
payoff for it all these years later.
20 years later.
Yeah. So there's a couple new releases this week. Uncle Drew. Have you guys seen the trailer to Uncle
Yes.
Drew?
I've heard it's actually
Looks
better than people
silly.
are saying, or people think it is, or something like that.
Got Nick
I
Kroll
mean-
in it.
Yeah.
As long as you go into it
Got Shaq
knowing
in
that it's an NBA star with bad prosthetics on his face playing basketball, then you should be fine.
But it's based on the Pepsi commercial.
Yeah.
Like the whole movie, like they
Yeah.
made a whole movie out of like one Pepsi commercial, which is crazy.
And the joke of the commercial is like, I'm not actually an old man. I'm Kyrie Irving. Like
Yeah.
that, but like that's obviously
yeah,
not.
I know what you're talking about.
That's
now.
obviously not going to be the case in this movie. He's actually an old man.
Yeah.
So
I kind of want to see
is
it
different.
just to see him wreck fools on the court.
Yeah.
Because Kyrie Irving's a mad baller, man. He's really good.
And a basketball movie. Space Jam is a classic.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. It's like you said, it's from a trailer from commercials. So interesting that they actually went full court press on this for a film.
I'm worried that Pepsi's still involved and it's just gonna be a Pepsi ad for an hour and a half.
That'd
Aren't
be
most
terrible.
movies Pepsi ads anyways?
Yeah, I guess. No,
Isn't,
most things are Tide ads.
Is Shaquille O'Neal in this too, or
Yes.
was he just in the commercial? Yeah,
He's in
okay.
it. Him and Nick
see,
Kroll have been
pretty
posting
cool.
on Instagram like pictures of them together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other movie, the other big one is Sicario: Day of the Soldado. We talked about that earlier.
Yes.
I think I'm
Review
gonna-
coming soon.
Yes, check it out. Check the channel for that, guys. Any of you guys think you're going to see either of those in the near future?
Definitely gonna check out Sicario.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna check out Uncle Drew.
Nice. There we go. We have someone.
Maybe a
wanting to
double
see it.
header?
Maybe. I got a
I'll
theater
see
right
it.
next to my house, so maybe I'll go.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you've been on a roll lately.
Maybe
for
I'll
the
make
theater.
it. Maybe it'll make it a fourth one. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
Maybe I'll make it a fourth one. Liam Shin.
Keep on going to the theaters.
Yeah. So I think that basically wraps things up, right, guys? I think.
Yes.
I think that was a good show.
Yep.
Let's give ourselves a
Talked
little
a lot.
round of applause. Yes, excellent. So, guys, thank you so much. What?
I'm not gonna clap for that.
Well, okay, fine. You've hurt our feelings.
I clap for you
But-
internally.
Okay, so with that said, now we are going to end the show. So I'm going to do my little outro, guys. Thanks so much for watching as usual. This was the CineFiles Extended Cut. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more. And we're also in podcast form, if you prefer that, on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. So for myself and my lovely panel, we're going to see you next time. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to our Mojo Talks YouTube channel for the video version of the CineFiles Extended Cut.